This week on The Dish, we're taking you to London to hear the extraordinary story of Chef Imad Alarnab, who serves an array of delicately flavored dishes at his restaurant, Imad's Syrian Kitchen, which, by the way, won the Best Breakthrough Award at GQ's Food Awards in April. But Alarnab's journey to the top of London's food scene is as incredible as his food. Imtiaz Tyab went to meet him.
At Imad's Syrian Kitchen, in the heart of London's hyper-competitive Soho district, diners dive into dishes bursting with flavors of the Middle East. Leading the kitchen is the restaurant's owner and head chef, Imad Alarnab, who traces his love of food to the streets of the Syrian capital, Damascus, where he used to run a chain of restaurants, cafes, and juice bars. But the Arab Spring uprisings would soon change everything.
How did your life change in 2012 when Syria's uprising turned into a civil war?
For some moments, I didn't have a life at all. I didn't have a moment to think about losing my restaurants. You have something much more important to take care of, which is your family.
By 2015, the brutality of the war left him with little choice but to leave the only home he'd ever known. And so with the few dollars and the English he was taught by his mother, he set off.
She's the one who teach me how to cook. She's the one who teach me how to speak English, like if she was planning my future somehow.
Alarnab's food is a celebration of the Syrian home kitchen, delicate flavors that traveled with him on a grueling trek across a continent.
I had to travel 10 different countries. 10 different countries for almost 3 months, starting from Damascus to Lebanon, Turkey, Macedonia, Serbia, Hungary, Austria, Germany, France, and then finally the UK.
But it was a moment with an aid worker as the boat he was on arrived on the shores of Greece that Alarnab says he knew leaving Syria was the right decision.
We were on that boat. It's supposed to be for 9 people, and we were 56 on it. I remember that lady waving to us, and I do remember that look on her face, like if she was more happy than me that I'm safe, you know?
Safe, yes, but his onward journey would take months. Before crossing into Britain, he became stuck, like so many other refugees, in the French port of Calais.
How long were you stuck there for?
64 days.
64 days,
Yeah.
sleeping on a church step.
Yeah.
That must have been very hard.
It was very hard, yes.
Alarnab says it was almost always small acts of kindness that kept him going.
Lots of people who weren't happy to see Syrian refugees traveling through Europe.
I would say yes, many. I don't know if I'm super lucky, so I always been surrounded by angels. But if you look in your heart and you can find kindness and happiness, you can see it in other people's face as well.
After surviving a harrowing journey to Britain on the back of a truck, Alarnab longed to feed people as he had in Damascus and started hosting pop-ups to raise money for charity when a friend convinced him to start a GoFundMe page to open his own restaurant.
You raised 50,000 pounds?
Yeah.
And now you have a restaurant.
Now I have a restaurant.
His award-winning Imad's Syrian Kitchen is celebrated for its baba ganoush, a roasted eggplant dish with tahini, garlic, olive oil, and lemon.
Unless if you want to play up.
Dive right in.
Yeah, please, go for it.
There's smokiness right away. And there's a sweetness to it as well.
Yeah, the sweetness comes from the pomegranate molasses.
And shish taouk with batata hara, marinated grilled chicken with spiced fried potato.
I'll pass the plate back to you.
Thank you so much.
Try to keep it all for myself.
And his personal favorite, the kebab al-Hindi.
You need to try the kebab with the tomato sauce.
With the tomato sauce,
yes,
yeah,
please.
okay.
I would say you need to try this chili sauce.
And you call it shatta.
We call it shatta, yes.
Shatta. And shatta just means hot sauce.
Shatta means hot.
Right.
And what we have from our chili sauce is combination between tomatoes. Please be careful, it's really hot. It's really hot.
I can do it.
Okay.
Oh, it is hot.
Yeah, I told you so.
Okay.
Alarnab's wife and daughters are also now safely with him in London, but his incredible journey from Syria to Britain is never far from his mind. To date, Alarnab has raised close to $300,000 for the Choose Love charity, which helps refugees around the world.
In every single stage of my journey, it was people's support. Every single stage. And this is what I love about London. You can find kindness in every corner in London.
Your food is a love letter to Damascus, but it also sounds like it's also a love letter to London as well.
I would say it's love letter from Damascus to London. Yeah.
For CBS Saturday Morning, Imtiaz Tyab, London.
I love his story. So much of his life could have gone another direction. There are refugees all over the world who haven't found a place to live. So his story is just all the more joyous.
And the way he's been embraced, I mean, I think that's a key with refugees all over. Whether you're a refugee who's cooking for someone, creating
Yes.
something, whatever it is, being embraced in the city where you go and where you are, and people embracing your culture as part of theirs is.
Well, he said it's all about just small acts of kindness.
Yes.
And just so that just add up and lead to what he's been able to accomplish, including
this puppy here.
drink,
The
this-
polo.
this
Polo. Yes, it's infused vodka, mint infused, I should
Mint
say.
infused.
Little honey, agave if you are vegan. And
Oh,
mix it
yeah.
up. You put a little lemon in there, and voila.
Yes. It's
delicious, refreshing.
Yummy.